The Takeover with
the radio goddess Moet.
All right, so I am super duper excited about this interview, particularly because I love it when people foresee the future and in a sense can actually see greatness in them. Mm-hmm. And you are definitely someone that knows that he has greatness within him. Hi, Rema.
Hi.
It's really good to have you here on the show.
Yeah, it's a great honor. It feels good to be here.
Can I just say that it was also really, really awesome hosting your listening party?
Yes,
for Bad Commando.
You for that. Thank you so much for being there.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you for deciding to, use my services. All right, so let's talk about the EP, Bad Commando. In fact, let's actually talk about all the EPs that you've dropped this year. You've dropped 3 in total. Mm-hmm. Why?
Actually, we didn't actually plan to drop these EPs, like 3 EPs. We just wanted to drop the first EP. But I guess me and my team actually wanted to make more statements because things were happening really fast. Things started happening really fast. Things that we strategized that will happen like in 2 years or next year actually happened this year. So we had to up our game because the expectation was high. So we had to meet up. Yeah. So that's why.
So that's why 3 EPs.
Yes.
Okay. Why not an album though?
I don't plan on dropping an album yet.
What is that going to be in the next year, 2 years?
I need people to understand my sound, like what I can create and the heights or the level of my thinking. I want to sing people in. I want to put people in my sound. I want to let people understand me fully before I give them a whole full body of work. Okay. So because if I tend to release an album, some sounds that will be in there, some really strong sounds might sound complicated. So I have to give them little bits through EPs until the main course comes through.
So right now we're just having starters.
Yes.
Nice. I like that. And it's interesting that you mentioned how things have been moving really, really, really quickly and fast for you. Do you personally believe that Rema, the brand, Rema, the artist, has blown up really quick?
I feel I'm growing. I'm still growing. I won't call it blown. I'll just let people determine that or determine the way they see me. But the way I feel, I just feel I'm growing. I'm just on the road to achieving my major goals. Because it's just 7 months or 6 months, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still growing.
It's crazy.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
It's crazy how it's just 7 months or 6 months, like you said. A lot of people have this sort of preconception, especially when they speak about Rema, that you're too young, you've blown up too quick. What would you say to people like that?
A lot of people actually have that thought that you have to, get older before you actually achieve some goals or get successful, or you have to, have your degree before you have a successful life, stuff like that. But I just feel it's the way they think. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, but to be honest, I feel I'm here to do what I'm called to do. I'm called. It's not, to me, it's not nothing physical. It's very spiritual. It seems God just wanted to use me to prove something in the industry. He just wanted to be part of this one specifically. And the human mind will actually try to, some people, there are still people in this world who try to think that God was created, who created God. That kind of thought is weird. It's very weird. It's the same way people think. People want to use physical understanding to understand why is it happening this fast. But it's nothing ordinary, to be honest. Yeah. So I just feel they're entitled to their own thoughts and they should up their their thoughts or their thinking.
Their thinking.
Yeah, stuff like that.
All right, okay. So let's even speak about some of the songs on the album. And I love how you just said that you personally believe that you have been called to switch things up in the game. There's a song on your EP that goes by the name Rewind, and I feel like it is quite some that there are some conscious or political conscious undertones with the jam.
Yeah.
Was there a specific reason why you personally decided that, let me actually have a song where I feel that I am speaking to your average Nigerian and all the different problems that we go through?
Okay, there are a lot of reasons why I actually, switched things up on that track. Firstly, why I added a little bit of the whole issues in the country, government, because the question you just asked me about my age and stuff like that. When I go all in and talk fully about the government, people will say, yo, you're too young for this, you're in a hurry, stuff like that. That's why I added a little bit, because actually I have songs about the whole problems we face.
Okay.
But I chose to infuse just a little. I just wanted to creep in a little by little, because a lot of people will start saying I'm trying to sound like somebody who talks about the government. I'm trying to, I just want to differentiate mine, And secondly, that's why I mixed the whole girl stuff inside. When I started writing that song, you see, the first line was about the government. When I started writing that song, I actually wanted to face the problems of Nigeria. But I thought again, how people perceive me. People just, one time I said I'm Spider-Man, one time I said I'm Commando. How people perceive me this time. Yeah, so I just felt, let me just switch it here. When I wrote my first 4 bars, and then I switched the lineup. The remedy I know is dance to the rhythm. So I switched the song in a sense that I put out the problems and I let people know since the government don't want to bring any solution for now. The solution, the way we ease our pain is through our music and our beautiful women and stuff like that. So I just switched it up there.
I like that. Nice one. All right. Okay. So let's also speak about, people sort of comparing you to certain artists. I know that Akon has co-signed you, and he has, in fact, actually said that you sort of remind him of Wizkid. And I'm sure that he's probably not the first person, or I'm not even the first person that has, told you this. What do you have to say when people sort of compare you to the likes of Wizkid when it comes to your sound? Do you personally think you sound like him?
No, my sound is different, everybody's entitled to their opinion, as I said, because I just feel I'm just here to do not the same thing, not less, but better. I'm not here to compete with anybody. Respect to all the legends who has been holding the game down before me, and what we, the new generation, we're trying to do, we're not trying to bring the same thing to the table. We're trying to take it to the next level. So if I sounded like anybody, I'm not sure I would have been heard, because you can't bring the same thing to the table. Somebody's cooking rice, you can't bring your own rice. It's the same rice. So what actually differentiated me was my sound. Yeah. And one way or the other, we are all influenced by Afrobeats. We're all influenced by the people before us. Even the generation they compare me to was influenced by another generation, whether they like it or not. Okay. So yeah, that's what I feel. Respect to all the legends, yeah. Respect.
So let's speak about Lady, your jam Lady. That's the jam that is sort of really, all the jams are pushing, but that seems to be the one that is really pushing off, your latest EP. Do you have a lady in your life? How are the ladies, now that you've found fame, how are the ladies? How are you able to, balance your love life, your career? How do you do it?
For now, I'm not actually in a relationship, and for now, I feel a bit distracted, if I put too much of, my feelings into what I'm called to do, because also I wouldn't like to, exploit the females or my female fans. I respect them and I want to keep it that way. I want to keep the distance. Just show me love and I show them love. when I'm out in my shows, in my music. But like, I respect women a lot, and I wouldn't like to, because I know that if I have a girl in my life, she deserves my time, my money, my presence, everything, But right now...
So right now, no love
I
for
feel
the ladies.
like I can't give her all the time. So it's better to just stay away. So when I have time, I can,
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's speak about you being signed to Maven, and also you actually being discovered by DPrince. Now, I personally don't really even know this full story. So how did DPrince actually hit you up, or how did you hit up DPrince? How did that relationship form?
Okay. I was in Benin. I'm from Benin City, Edo State.
Hey.
Oh, are you from Benin?
I'm from Edo State. I'm not
for
from
real?
Benin. Yeah.
We kind of connect.
Yeah, you see?
Okay. Yeah, it feels so good seeing a lot of people from Edo doing well out here. Yeah. Okay, first off, I was really bored that Thursday, and I was scrolling
You
through
remember the day? That's so awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So I was scrolling through Instagram. So I actually bumped on DPrinces song. Like, it's called Gucci Gang. It featured Davido and Don Jazzy. So I decided to just, because from time to time I actually flowed on hip hop beats, but DPrinces song was the first Afro beats I bumped on, and I wanted to actually differentiate myself by putting my, I'll call it Yankee flows. Putting my Yankee flows on the Afro beats, that has been me from day one. I always tend to switch things up, like add my own style and things. So I actually did my stuff in the car with my face mask and my hoodie, and I just freestyled. Then I tagged him. Then he sent a DM, sent his number, and told me I should come over to Lagos.
Wow.
I spoke with
It
him
was
on the
literally that simple.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was really glad.
Interesting.
I was excited, yeah. Great
Interesting. And who amongst, the two of them, DPrince and Don Jazzy, do you personally feel you had to convince more to buy into your sound?
DPrince.
DPrince?
Yeah.
So Don Jazzy was already sold immediately?
DPrince actually groomed me before I met Don Jazzy.
Oh.
On the low.
Oh, wow.
On the
Okay.
low. He actually gave me heads up, told me what to expect, and he actually took me to several studios, told me how to act. I would say I didn't come out from the house for about 1 or 2 months. I was just working before I met Jazzy, before he played my song, but he actually groomed me so that I will come through when I meet Jazzy,
Mad.
Yeah.
Mad. I had no idea about that. Okay, that's quite cool. That's quite cool. Now that you're signed with Maven, and now you've got these older brothers, Sydney, Don Jazzy, DPrince, and everyone else that is obviously a part of the Maven team. Now you've got these elder brothers in quote who are, as you said, sort of, setting you on the right path and whatnot. What do you think about, people who unfortunately do not necessarily have that opportunity? What do you think about how the industry is and how it actually deals with upcoming artists?
It's two ways, Sometimes the industry, to be honest, I won't lie, sometimes the industry is not fair. Sometimes the artist is not fair to the industry. So I'll put it that way. Because a lot of artists, there are a lot of talented people where I'm coming from, and sometimes they have issues with finding their sound. Most times they find issue, finding their own sound, rebranding themselves, and sometimes they think too much about money than actually making a difference in the music industry. And as well as some, the Benin music industry, I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Because you have to win in your city before,
real talk.
You break out, stuff like that. So in the industry, so there's I'll say there's actually different ways different industry think. Some tend to have their own personal gain. Some tend to explore their artist and push their artist far, you know. I just feel we need more people, more hands, more honest, and more people with major goals beyond money in the Benin music industry. Okay. I want to use this platform to speak to from my understanding, from where I'm from, you know? Because like, you know, a lot of artists, a lot of politicians actually exploit a lot of artists out there.
Wow.
The only thing they do is just sing for the governor, hail this, hail that, get into power, leave the artist. Then the artists don't get paid after the whole ish. So a lot of artists are exploited, and it's limiting their thinking, and they don't think outside that. So it's actually weird. I experienced it, to be honest. I won't lie. Wow. I know, but like we should all think beyond our personal gain. When I met the Prince told me, like, yo, don't think about money. This is not about money. This is a spiritual call. And I was like, yeah. The Prince actually got me synced into this whole spiritual P, and I never thought it was that spiritual, but yeah. So yeah, like, it's just, I have a lot to say, but I'll just say that for now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rema. One thing that I've definitely noticed is your style, your fashion sense. And I'm like, okay, this guy in Benin, how did you just come up with this unique style? Not even just with your music, but even with your dress sense. What was it? Was it watching lots of TV? Where did you get this inspiration from?
I would say from the internet.
From the internet, right?
From the internet. I look up to a lot of fashion icons. You know, I like A$AP Rocky a lot.
So that's where that came from.
I like his brand.
Okay.
Like, I don't tend to be like them, but I tend to have get ideas from them and actually rebrand. Because like, you see, I put on a face mask, I take a teddy bear, I have this water gun. You know, I tend to use this medium so that if people don't actually enjoy my music, they actually enjoy my style. You know, I also want to like get a lot of kids indulged. So the actual way, me when I was a kid, if you want to make me like you, you have to be my hero. You get, you either be my dad or you be my uncle who gives me money when I'm broke or something. You have to be my hero. So that's why I was like coming out like I'm Spider-Man. I'm like, it's music, but it's still strategy, because you also need the kids. If you are fighting for a new generation, you also need to win the hearts of young people too.
Nice.
So that's why I indulge in, I would say, much younger acts, you know.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, it's been such an amazing conversation since you got here. My final question for you is, what do you, Rema, want to be remembered for?
Taking Afrobeats to the next level. You know, taking the whole music industry to the next level. Making Afrobeats, the ink or the stamp of Afrobeats much darker and last longer, because like hip-hop and Afrobeats, and R&B, you know, despite the language or where it came from, is globally accepted. You know, I was in Germany and I was like, yo, how's Afrobeat out here? They're like, not too still. But I tend to like be part. I'm not saying I can do it alone, but God's grace, I feel I can. But like, we need more. Like, everybody who is part of this new generation, I feel we are called to, you know, take it to the next level and just put it on that level, because hip hop, all radios, all like when I travel, like everywhere they're playing English music, even though the country is not actually English, but they play it.
Yeah.
And it's not just about language, it's a spiritual balance and an understanding to the melodies that are being placed in the song. That's the same way I want Afrobeats to be globally accepted, globally enjoyed, you know, in the radios, you know. People play the songs, although in some countries,
yes, they do.
They play the songs, but the radio don't actually play it because there's still it has not actually made more noise out there. I tend to do that. That's why I actually infuse a lot of melodies from different cultures, just to like send a message, like, yo, we're part of the whole world. I want
part of the
Afrobeat.
movement.
Yeah, I want Afrobeat to be one language.
All
everybody
right.
just indulge in it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Rema.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for really, really showing us that you are indeed the future.
Thank you.
And as I said, I am waiting for the album, and I'm also just waiting to see how great you really will become.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
This is a special warning.
Sound City has taken over your radio.